Are we on? I think we are. We might be. Good evening, everybody. How are you? How are we all? I can't believe it's Tuesday again already. Where the hell is the last week gone? Honestly, what is life? Where has it gone? Because to me, I ended stream yesterday, and it's Tuesday again already. What the bloody hell's going on, people? What the bloody hell's going on? Life is passing by far too quickly. But anyways, how are we all? You're all right? Just starting my mug of tea. So, excuse the slurping. I'm a little bit late because today was going to be such a productive day. I was going to get so much done because I was busy all day yesterday. Today was going to be right. Sit down at my desk 9 o'clock this morning, get a load of work done. And what did I do? I think I'm like 3.5 episodes of Picard caught up on. So that's been that's been my productivity for the day, apart from making the thumbnail for the stream and setting up the stream. That's pretty much what I've done today. So I've all those beautiful, interesting admin tasks that I had to do today. I still have them to do today. So I'm just can't be stuffed at the net. Can't be bothered. But at least stream is a constant. So we've got that to do, and I enjoy it because I get to work on images and chat to you guys and all that. So it's good that way. It is indeed, Simon. It's still just I've just drawn the curtains, but yes, it is still light outside, which is nice. So all you Americans, thank you very much for turning up early. Actually, it will be back to normal your time now. The last 2 weeks will have been the wrong time. I think that's how it works. So yeah, that is today. So I obviously, as I think, it feels like I only just hung up on stream yesterday. I don't think I've got much to report, to be honest. So not a lot of the intro chat to get to. You might see if you're on. Did I put it on Discord? Yes, I think I did put it on Discord. If you are on Discord, yes, you are, because Peter replied. On Discord, you will see a vast array of whiskey behind me. So we're all right for drink for the next. Looking at that amount, at least the next year. So we will we'll be partaking in some in a few little snifters, probably pretty much every stream now, just to get through some of it. So that is good. But obviously, as you replied, I have got the sound actually on. Just had the horrible thought. Oh, I didn't have the sound on there. Sure would have told us a lot earlier, though, had I not. But anyways, so better do the roll call anyway. Good evening, Simon. How are you? Good afternoon, Ozzy. Good evening, Alistair. Good afternoon, Peter. Get your money ready. Evening, John. And good evening, Sergio. What Scotland game's that? Is Scotland playing the football? Is he? Are they? Because did England play yesterday? Am I? Or am I going ringing the twist? What day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah, there's no Premier League until Saturday, so it might still be international games. I know England played beat Ukraine sometime the other day. Was that yesterday? Was that the day before? I don't know. I didn't see it. Didn't see the Italy game either. Against Spain. Is there any point watching it then, John? Like you say, you live in hope, but being realistic, I would just ignore it. Just ignore it. There's nothing going to be happening. So yes. Good evening, Alan. How are you, sir? Are you all right? Been a while. Nice to see you. I was actually thinking of you today. thinking, oh, well, I was thinking like, I wonder if Alan would do that for us. And then I was thinking, I haven't seen Alan for a long time. We haven't been photographing for an age. So I hope you are well, mate. By the way, mate, if you were out the other, was there any aurora out on the other day? Was it last night? Was it last night that was really clear? My next door neighbour said he could see green when he was up on the moor, but I don't know. I knew it was very, very clear yesterday. Don't worry, Peter, I will. So, have you just, Peter, by saying that, have you just triggered something there? If you were here and watched last week, we came up with some unofficial rule that if you trigger any of the code. Good evening, Paul. How are you? If you trigger any of the code words, I think we actually decided to adopt this on Wazoom chat on Friday as well. The Patreons. Anybody that triggers any of the stream elements things has to donate £1. And like you say, use that link. But what I don't want to do is kill off like the chat, because obviously that's the best part of it. But it's just a little bit of fun. Oh, knee injury. That's not very good, mate. That's not very good at all. A new puppy, Aussie. Please show us a picture on it on Discord. I want to see puppy. We all like to see puppies. No, that doesn't trigger anything yet. Jen had a big. She said she'd made a list. Again, you might be getting off scot-free again tonight, guys. Jen said she was making a list. I don't know if she's implemented any of it. She hasn't said so. So just watch out. It could be something really random. So, well, Peter's at it straight away. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you for your generosity, Peter. It is indeed going to be expensive, Peter. But like I said, but it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun. A bit of hilarity. Excellent, Aussie, excellent. Another good reason for everybody to join Discord. Well, especially my Discord, as you will see Aussie's puppy soon. And you will also see my whiskey collection that I posted yesterday. Which I did. I went to the kitchen and got my glass ready because I haven't had any whiskey in months. Because I'd finished me last lot. So now I have all that bottle to play along. Yes, Peter, you don't want to get too loose-tongued. I'm just waiting, I don't know, I mean, obviously Jen's got work to do, but she may well be confused about the timings. But she's in charge of putting in words that will trigger such things. So, anyway, it's just a bit of fun, everybody. Don't take it seriously. Just a laugh. Right, so I did say in the title, in the description of the video, we are moving away from Scotland because it's hard. So out of practice. I've been so out of practice for that long. A lot of the data is it's going to take some serious inspiration for me to get back into it. So I thought what we'd do tonight is jump in to some of the Newcastle data, which I shot 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I mean, I've already edited and posted a couple of shots from there already, but I thought there is other frames to work from. So I thought we'd have a look at that. Maybe do a couple of quick edits. Because what I'm thinking is I have got a nice set of 5, or nice-ish set of 5 of the Theatre Royal, which is the theatre in Newcastle. And and like maybe play around with another shot of the Sage building, which is the big music hall type thing that looks like a shell. Anyways, so I thought we'd certainly start with one and then see how we get on with times. So if I'm forgetting how to do this, change screens. There we go. So what I've done so far, this is the one I think I've posted this one before. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I think this is the only one I've posted. An image of the Sage building, Gateshead, the other side of on the banks of the Tyne. This is what it looks like in reality. Quite a very distinctive building for our neck of the woods. I think it's been open a good while now, but revolutionary in its time. So I think one of the images we'll look at tonight is that, but also, where did I put it? If I switch these to rated, then we'll get to see where we're at. From the Theatre Royal as well, which is a bit different for me. It's like a street scene. I did shoot it quite dark. I was struggling as well. So we'll see how things go. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, maybe. I don't know where we are now. We've changed times. I presume we've kind of caught you up. Welcome, Kangaroo. We've already got £2 out of Peter. So, just so you know that we are playing the game. But yeah, Jen's only just jealous because the chat last week was so unhinged when she wasn't here. So she's now can't miss out. Oh, very good. That's all right. A 15-minute meeting isn't too bad. But yes. But anyways, just thinking about it last week, Friday evening, how nice was that? Was it 2 hours we all spent chatting away on Friday evening? All the Patreon crew, those that were here. So if you're not a member of Patreon or the YouTube membership or whatever, you missed out on a treat. It was a lovely evening. A good reason to join. We certainly did. We certainly did, Jen. I was like, it's 2 hours. I was sitting there getting like at the hour mark, and I'm thinking, well, this'll wrap up shortly. Nope. Right. So this image of the Theatre Royal. I've got 5 frames picked out. I'll change this to library mode. I'll be able to scroll through them. All fairly similar. I think they will need to be kind of lightened up a bit. And just basically see how they blend together, and hopefully we can get something a little bit architecturally sketchy kind of thing. You know what it's like. It was good. It was a really good chat, and it was nice to see some of your work, Paul. I think you blew some people away with your work, Paul, when we were talking all about it. I've forgotten everything already, Jen. I've forgotten it all. I think we talked about that much and it's all passed me by. Right, so I'm going to open the shadows up quite a lot here to get some of these windows back. Brighten that a little bit, and now probably drop the contrast, and that kind of softens in here out. Obviously I'm doing it the wrong way around because I haven't done the lens corrections. Whoops. Flatten that out, a bit more vignetting out of it to lighten it more. Flatten the ISO noise, that'll be fine. So I have no idea how this will turn out and whether it'll kind of blend nicely. Just one of them ones we'll have a go at and see where we get to. If it goes wrong, then we'll be going down to the Sage building and doing a quick edit on that. So I don't think tonight's going to be anything revolutionary. I think it might just be a quick little interpretation of the frontage. Well, the frontage from the side of the Theatre Royal, and see how it goes. Basic, so go auto, cloudy, because it was cloudy. Yeah, let's go cloudy, but let's boost the exposure a bit as well. Might be as old as your barn, Peter. You never know. I don't know my Newcastle history when the Theatre Royal was built or commissioned or whatever, how long it's been around. I'd imagine it would be Victorian. Is your barn go back to the Victorian times, Peter? Right, let's drop the clarity and just kind of soften some of these bits off. Should hopefully work quite nicely. Did that pick that? It did pick that donation up. Cracking tool, lad. Right, so I think that will probably about do for them initial edits. Now, have we got any dust spots? I don't think we do. No dust spots are required. So we'll sync these settings across all 5 of these images. There we go, lovely. Just check them over just to make sure. Thankfully, the day I shot these, it was quite quiet, so I didn't feel too awkward doing this in the middle of the street. Felt awkward enough, but not like, you know, it wasn't really busy, so I still, yeah, still felt awkward. So right, now that I've lightened these up, it's like, right, not sure how these are going to blend, but let's look. And they are all selected. So we'll throw these into Photoshop, and I'll switch back whilst it's doing this to kind of hopefully prevent too much resource hogging. I wonder, where's my phone? Theatre Royal Newcastle. I wonder what, I bet it would be. Would it be around before the Victorian, before the 1830s? Royal Newcastle search. Do I not have any internet tonight? About us, maybe that one. That's so slow. Why is my internet so slow today? Just because I'm streaming. If I turn off Wi-Fi, just use the data. That might help. Alright, done. Go with it. 185 years, Peter. What's that work out as? So it'd be sensible to give us an actual date you opened on, not make us do maths. You don't bloody say, you useless. Where's the Wikipedia? Right. Let's go to Wikipedia, that'll be quicker. No, that's a picture. 1837, Victorian indeed. Well, Victorian was it 1835? Yeah, I'm sure. It was rebuilt in 1901 though. So it's a little bit different. Yeah, so I think it'll be classed as Victorian. Then. Well, it was rebuilt in 1901, so that was still Victorian times, wasn't it? Because that was 1904. Queen Vicky. Queen Victoria dates. That sounds good. 1837. Same year. So yes, Victorian. Even though it was built before that. It was opened. 1-0 to Scotland. How the bloody hell has that happened, John? Oh no, Peter. That's not good news. But good news for Scotland. Have the Spanish side got like the blind school in goal or something? Right then. Let's throw these together and see what we get. Actually, before I go to plugins, have I got... No. You. Why... Oh no, it is there. Oh, that's fine. I was wondering why Luminar wasn't on there. Right, anyways, forgetting how to do this. Blend modes. Darken. Ugh. Multiply. Lighten. Yeah. Overlay. Okay. Soft light. In option. Pin light. Possibly. I think we do need to do some realignment. So we will do that. Yeah, we'll base it off that one. And we'll realign these as good as we can, yeah. I think I might have actually changed zoom levels at some very slightly for some of these, just to complicate things. Move these up. So that's two there. I'm just going to take that one out. Just to make sure, yeah. Okay, that one out, that one. Just manoeuvring these so I can actually see. There, okay. And then this one to... oh god. Everybody streams on Tuesdays. Alright, so we've got them layered up now. Oh, and by the way, a month's time, roughly a month's time, will be 5 years of streaming. And you know what happened on the 4th year, 4 years of streaming? Andy was very drunk by the end of it. So we might be having another celebration stream in about a month's time. It'll be the start of a very... We're nearly there, can't we? We're not there yet. It'll be the start of a quieter week, so that might be an ideal time. So just mark your calendars. I think April the 25th. There we go. 4 weeks time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Right, what am I doing? Distracted. Apologies. Right, so lighting is actually working better now. You can see them little reflections in the windows. So maybe a lighten and then actually combine it with like soft light as well, just to maybe give a bit of something over here to possibly balance, and that gives it that nice architectural sketch kind of feel. Maybe. But we haven't been right the way through the blend modes yet to see what we get. Overlay, too dark. Yeah, see if I could get a lighten blend mode for the main bit, and then you've got the thinning outline of what other options have we got? Yeah, use soft light on the right hand side for that, for the other side of the street, just thinning out into nothingness. I think that might work quite nicely. Exactly. Who would think it? Although I was watching a video yesterday about he's one of these guys that does a lot of streaming and analyzes a lot of streaming and streaming services and platforms and all this kind of stuff. And he was quite down on the whole live streaming thing going forward, which, to be honest, it isn't what it was. He was kind of saying that I'm just going to make a new layer of these. The companies have kind of realised how expensive it is to run live streaming, because like YouTube's kind of backed off a lot on what they've been doing. Right, this is just getting. He says, I think this might just nicely work. Just enough thickness in that right hand side. Do one of your stamp layer things for this one. Turn that one back on. Bring this one to the top. Mask across here. So we're only using, this side, like so. Wunderbar. Actually, let's make that a little bit better. There we go. And it even strengthens the front portico thing as well. A portico. Sounds like I almost know what I'm talking about. There's a portico, isn't it? The bit with the columns out the front of a building. Is it a good list, Jen? Yeah, feel free to make it random words as well, mate, Jen. Just to throw curveballs in there. It's a short list. I'm sure there was at least 10 on it, from what I could see. Right, so we've got what kind of starting structure. Be nice if that bus wasn't there. Oh, I've already made that layer as well, haven't I? Damn it. I think that bus might be part of it all the time now, though. Oh well. It shows modern stuff in the city, I suppose. Right, so cropping. Let's just gonna crop in tight to here and to here, and I think that'll probably do. I don't think there's any other crop we do down here. Shush. Who else is streaming tonight that I follow? Okay. Right. So another layer. Let's go curves. Wonder if you can trigger it for like wrong spelling of words. I'm sure it could detect incorrect spelling. Let's draw. Yeah, let's make this a little bit darker, and then it looks like evening, doesn't it? Evening at the theatre. Right. Okay. I have no idea what this will end up looking like, I must admit. Bit of colour change. I think we just actually leave it where it was, to be honest. Right, we've done half an hour already. I was on the mistaken impression I might get 2 images done here tonight. That's probably not going to happen, is it? It never does. Where is it? Next selective tool. You never know, might need to call on some new software to use as well. One day I might get around to updating this bloody software. Right. So, just a very quick look through the presets to what might be possible. There was only one that kind of semi-jumped out at us. And didn't even jump out at us that greatly either. Right, so we turn that on its head side even. And oh lord. Oh lordy. So we almost use this to fade. But it would be nice to have a bit of balance over here. So we go this way. And see, you can see the actual exposure balance is very much one-sided. We balance that up. Probably don't need to be that bright. And if we take this over here, and it will start to interact. And just start, and so it becomes looking down Grey Street. Yeah, the Greek calendar. Oh yes, yeah. How is the eye twitch, Simon? I hope it got better. I think we'll be looking for a bit of balance tonight, actually, Peter. Than oh, now hold on a minute. That was nearly nice. That was almost nice. So we just need to lift the contrast a little bit. Do we actually? Leave that back there. Brightness can come down a touch. Not. Let's make it about 7. Negative space? Where's the negative space? There's stuff there, Simon. There is stuff there. Don't worry about it. Did you just delete your own message? Right, so we have Right, less contrast. I think I might have already ballsed this up a little bit. Right, okay. Andy, will you stop it? That's why it's because it's very bright. That's why it's like that. Okay, let's bring this vignette up here to there. Lovely. The film type, we need to probably experiment a little bit with these. So I'm going to possibly experiment with some new software to put some sunlight in here. A new way. I'm going to try something new. Right, strands. Let's just leave that there. Yeah, actually, I'm going to drop the fadedness of it because I'm going to try to put some light in there to see what happens. Levels and curves, yeah, that needs to come back more for more contrast. Lovely. Jumply. To about there. You don't Simon, you don't need to spell check every bit of chat, you know. You feel the cataract coming on. Right, so yeah, this is looking all right actually for me. What's the other thing I usually do to add in a bit of that needs to be 100%. To add in more crunch, that's what it is. It's the detail extraction, isn't it? If we up that, yes, to about there. Good evening, Andrew. How are you? Hope you're well. Right, so we started with that, and we have now that. That's not too bad. Right, the other presets is... I don't want to get distracted by going down another rabbit hole. Here, I think options are probably more limited with this image. But you never know. You never know. Where's the old Manchester one? There. Yeah, it's not going to work. I don't think. Not to the same extent. Right, so we are going to commit this, I think. Yep. We'll commit this. It'll go into Photoshop. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, the negative space will throw you off, Simon. Don't worry about it. We don't mind. We're all friends here. Right. What should I start on? What's already open? There's an Irish bottle. There's a bottle of Irish whiskey open. I should maybe start on the open stuff. Yeah, like my sentences make no sense, and you'll come and watch me. But then again, I'm not typing. So, what's this one? Quiet Man, Irish blended whiskey. Mellow and smooth. Does that mean it's weak? Yeah, 40%. I haven't had any Irish whiskey for years. That is tonight's tipple. Oh, that's reversed for you, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah, the quiet man. I haven't opened any of these yet. Ooh. How long these have been closed up for a while? I think it's probably been quite a while since they were last opened. There's a bit of cork floating around, but I'll do no harm, I don't think. I know, Jen, I know. It's but yeah, unfortunately, that relative that died, I went to his flat the other day to see if we could find any paperwork and stuff, and then found a cabinet full of alcohol. And so, the house clearance people would just bin it all, so what a waste. So it came back with me. Yeah, but it smells like whiskey. I think it was more the fact that there's like bits of cork floating in it, that's all. I think it's been open quite a while. All right, Craig. Well, to be honest, there's a bottle of JD there and a bottle of JD honey as well, which I've never had the honey variety. I fancied getting some at Christmas, to be honest. When I saw it, I'm like, but yeah, there's a bottle of Jameson's, which I think I've had that before. There's a bottle of grouse smoky variety, another Irish one, and a small bottle of Lafroig, which is what I usually drink. So I know it won't go off, Andrew. It's just when I look in, there's floaters. Right, anyways, we were making photographs, weren't we? God's sake, Andy. You're obsessive. Right, so I'm going to see how this works, because it may or may not. It might break stream, it might take up too many resources. But I have access to Luminar Neo. Exactly, I know, Greg, I know. And one of the tools in here is you can add sunlight. To be honest, I have no idea how you save anything in here. So I have this trial. I've got 2 days left. Actually, I've got a code to actually get the bloody thing. Yeah, this is killing stream. Signed off on bells. All right, interesting. Right, is this? Yeah. Back to nearly full strength. Right. Analysed for this photo especially. Experimental. Indeed. They probably looked at it and go, this isn't a photograph. Yeah, so I've been offered this plug-in. Well, I mean, it works by itself as well. So, Big City Lights. Will that be a good collection to try? We can try it. See what it thinks of it. The only thing is, I think it will use quite a lot of resources. Well, there's an apply button. But I don't know if that kicks you straight back into Photoshop. I don't know. Have you used this before, Andrew? Because I'm very brand new to it. I loaded it up the other day, and that's as far as I got. Right, what's this doing? Jesus. Presets. I mean, presets. Really? Who would use presets? Right, I don't like any of them. So let's just go to the edit button. Go away. I don't want presets. I want edit functionality. Thank you very much. Right, so. You don't like it? Okay. Well, to be honest, I've got it for free, so. Like the DxO stuff as well. I haven't used that either. I've got that for free. But I will have some affiliate links coming up shortly. Right, so if you want to buy Luminar Neo, please do via my affiliate link, which will be coming soon. Right, so I'm going to... What the bloody hell was it? Sun rays, that's the one I was looking for. Place Sun Center. Place Sun Center. What did I knock it off? There we go. Sun Center wants to be here. I think that's what you do. Go to amount. Yeah, fucking... No. Ray length down. Oh, God. Overall, look, what's that do? Very experimental. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Amount. Sun settings. Sun radius. Bigger. Glow radius. Glow amount. Yeah, okay. Ray settings, number of rays, 0. Can we get 0? But you've still got rays, you muppets. You randomize. That's all just position. Alright, okay. So if we go number of rays, does that... No, that makes it worse. Okay, fair enough. It's always a good thing, Andrew. Right. Actually, that's all right. Hasn't got a lot of bite to it though. Okay, so does it know it is behind the building? Ooh, now it could. Because this is meant to be like AI driven. So does it know it's behind a building? Okay, so if we... Is that not adding? Okay. Not what I was kind of... I don't know if I'm going to like this. To be honest. That's the problem, Peter. To me, if I was doing it myself, there wouldn't be any rays at all. It would just be sunlight lighting up the sky. So we have... So that's what we started at. And that's what we have now. And it does kind of look all right there. I mean, I can change the warmth of this as well. So I can warm up the sun. Which give it a bit more evening-y kind of sunlight. So maybe do something else to the rest of the image as well. Right, so we'll do that there. Fine. What's the landscape ones? I thought there was a one to make it look like evening. Does all the usual sky replacement shit as well. Colour? No. Landscape, what was that? Dehaze gold. No, that's that boy. Okay. We haven't got any foliage. Everything's orange. Okay, we'll just add a little bit of evening. Vignette. Do we... We don't really need to do any more of that, do we? So, there was the relight thing as well, wasn't there? You can add in atmosphere. So you can add in fog. Should we go haze? See what that does. It kind of gives you a line across the middle of the frame. Okay. That's I mean, that might be handy for softening out the foreground. It's nothing. It's not too bad. Try the autumn effects. I hate autumn effects though. Hate them with a vengeance. Portrait. Glow. Nah. Mystical. What the bloody hell's that? No. See, a lot of these things are designed for actual photographs. Not the kind of stuff I make. But it's good to learn. It's good to see what's going on. Brightness 4. Okay, let's... Kind of rebalances things. Oh, brightness near, you plonker. You can't read, Andy. Brightness 4 is that one. Okay, yeah, okay. Brightness near. Oh, right, that's just down there. Okay, we're going to increase that a bit. Okay, that's not bad. Tuning, no. Mood, choose look. Is there not one for night time? Candlelight. That didn't do a lot, did it? How do you turn it off? Yeah, right, off. Doing any of that shit. Okay. AI enhance. Let's see what it thinks it needs doing. Is it doing it? Done it? Yeah, it did do it. Not a lot. Okay, well, we'll dial that back a little bit. So there you go, everybody. That's Luminar Neo for you. Well, we're certainly not getting 2 images tonight, are we? But yeah, the main thing I wanted to try was that sunlight thing, because that was like the one tool I thought might get some use. True, Andrew. Very true. I don't think so, Simon. Maybe it's the software. Maybe Luminar has killed a lot of the stream. There you go. That'll be why. What was that landscape one again? Oh, it was the golden hour shit. Yeah. Okay. Although I added that in. Okay. Is there anything else in there to play around with? I thought there was one to make it in at night. I think we look quite good in the evening. Hey ho. Anyways, right, apply that. That will hopefully export this back to Photoshop as a layer. Super contrast. The what tone, Peter? Are you trying to escape some kind of word that might be listed somewhere? Because I'm sure it's not. Why is this taking forever? This might be an issue. Oh no, there we go. I don't think she's had time to implement any of them, Peter, apart from the ones that we already know about. Okay, so we now have. Oh, it's used that layer. It hasn't made its own layer. Now that's something to remember, is that it uses the bloody layer, not the... The words are a bit obscure. Maybe, Peter, maybe. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Viveza and just tweak a little bit of few things. And by the way, the sky isn't meant to be blue, Peter. You're doing me out of money here, Jen. Putting timeouts on it. Really? Right, okay, so... Immediately, the Nick collection is better. Right, so... Yeah, okay. Don't need any of that. Excuse me. Why is it already set? I don't know, not any favorites. Okay. Contrast. Okay. Okay, so that's warmed it up. Do I need it warmed up a bit or not? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, the sun. Yeah, it needs warmed up by the sun. Yeah, it does. It does. Selective tunes, highlights. Let's not go too far, Andy. I think there's too much bloody yellow in that sun there now. So, yeah. Actually, maybe I think it might just need a bit of a tone curve. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm a bit frustrated it's used that layer and then it's rolled everything into that layer instead of doing it on a new layer. That's quite annoying. Right, so I'm going to do a curves layer. I'm going to wrap that brightness up, contrast down, hue saturation. I'm going to drop the saturation a little bit. I'm going to go lightness, up or down. Add in a little bit of lightness. Possibly, I was nearly thinking about going red there. Could have been nice. Could have been nice. Could have been right. Just something random, because obviously we're not going to go off and do another one from Newcastle tonight. This will be what one and only image is. New layer. Put this on top of itself. So we do the inverting and everything in Photoshop. So we zoom out a bit so we can get some handles on things. And a free transform. Spin this bitch sideways. Start playing around with darken and stuff. Multiply, lighten, pin lights, all kinds of weird and wonderful variations. Yeah, exclusion can be sometimes quite fun. Sorry, Peter. I can push it up here somewhere, maybe. An interesting squiggle in there. There's a lot of blockiness in there. That's the only thing from this. But you never know. Can I change the opacity? Yes, I can. Okay. Right, commit that layer by mistake, but we've done it. And then we'll jiggle with some colour. Now I wonder what colour we should make it. No, don't give me errors and things like that. Don't scare me. Good God. Right, so we have that. Hue and saturation there. What size? Oh, 2 gig. Right, okay. Boost the colour. Change the... there is something just nice. We're just about... I reduce that as maybe it's not so good. Peter. Learn the squiggle. Actually, Andrew, I quite like the squiggle here. Right, what am I doing? I need to just adjust this a little smidge. No, gone too far. Not far enough. So this needs to be about... No, not 180. $178, and then blues, and if they go not that way, a little bit warmer. Jen, on the commands, I think we might have to be a bit creative to catch spelling changes as well. Just saying. A man has businesses to run. Ooh, are they being a bit dirty, are they, John? The old Spaniards. Right, okay, so we want this to be reasonably blue. Something. It's something little different, isn't it? So going from there to there. We can change the blend mode of this as well, can't we? Just for creativity's sake. be honest, Andrew, I think I'll be cropping that out. I think I'll be kind of cropping here. I mean, it'd be a nice square, so that would become part of it. Rubbish, Jen. Rubbish. Money. Andy must have money. Only joking. Maybe. Right, so this is getting better, I think. Red. It's a little bit better. It's too much. No, it's just calm down, Andy. Just calm down. Let's go blues. Let's forget about that. You're all stop picking on Simon. Leave him alone. Poor bloke might never come back again. Right, so we have. I'm still not convinced about the final colour on here. If I go to. Do I dare? Dare go in Analog Effects Pro here. This is one that's going to take 10 minutes to save, and then it's going to want to save it as a PSB, isn't it? It's going to be annoying. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. We might have some nice colours come. Oh, some potentially nice things coming out. Can we do like 27 versions of the same image? It is Simon. Also, the time change. I must point out, the time changes hit me quite hard. No, I like this. No, I don't. I like the small version. What on earth? Somebody please tell me to stop. Because otherwise Andy's going down a complete weird rabbit hole. Right. What's this one? What's this one do? Nope. This pastel one looks quite nice. I think I need to get away from doing like realistic colours and then just use these presets, because another selling point. Use mad colours and then use my presets to make madder colours. Stop there. Too late, Andrew. So many good choices, I can't stop on any of them. Excuse me. Actually, that one looks a bit boring now. What a... It's the image with no end. There is no end in sight. Alright, okay. Pick one, Andy, and get on with it. Shush. No, too much magenta. This one's probably going to be too dark. Not dark enough. Lens vignette. When's that? Oh no, that needs to come into the middle. That is as small as it gets. It's annoying. It could. It's not the best, is it? We can just take that off and then reduce everything by a further percentage. And it's all dark. No, God, no. No, what's this one? Never too dark. Never too dark. I don't know. The decisions. Where do I... Oh, man. Right, bottom one, top one. There's not a lot of difference, I don't think. Yes, there is. Right, okay. Andy, just pick a bastard preset and stick with it. Yeah, let's undo that. Go back to what we were before. Okay. No, it's just too. It's too blue now. What was the one on that I changed it? Was it that one? I think it was that one. Exactly. I know. That's the annoying thing, Paul. I could. Yeah, there we go. That's nearer to what I'm thinking. So if I just lift up the brights a little bit, not as much as that, and not as dark as that. Right, you go back to there. Okay, so we have that. No, not the green, the blue. Sorry about those people. Yeah, we'll leave that there. I don't like the blue. I don't like the blue. Why don't I like the blue? Right, that needs to go to neutral. Okay, that's fine. Decrease the strength. Strength in the middle. Okay, lens vignette is over there. Okay. If we move that, does that become too damn dark? Okay. The good way. And if we move this, and if we bring in more, no. We'll get there eventually, people, don't worry. I like that squiggle just off to there. Just off to the side. Oh, because that can we get a little bit more? Can we let it get a little bit more? Maybe not. This is the positioning of these. Right, okay, we've got that. If we just a little bit on there, exposure. Right, 41, okay, so sorry, I'm distracted from chat. Right, okay, so we now have, when was the lens vignette? Lens vignette's there, okay, let's make this rectangular, so that should knock more off the top. Excellent. Think something like that, and I think we might have a very nice red abstract just in time for wallpaper season for Patreon people, because it's nearly the end of the month. Excuse me. All right, so we've got to this stage. That took a lot of work. Right, how many? Right, so I've got that layer. Right, hold on. I just need to reconstruct this image in case I want to make it again. So that's right. I've got the point of those two. Right, okay. So I can save time and space. I can delete these starting layers. Then we've got this, and turn all these on, and okay that, and I will save this. It goes back into Lightroom. Hopefully it'll not require a load of space. It says 2.7, 2.07. The annoying squiggle is the greatest bit. It's all, you've got to base your image around something random, something eye-catching. Random squiggles are the best. Can you have a yellow version? Possibly. Simon, now that you've said it, so do I. Thank you, mate. Oh, Lord. Around a 50-odd%. Okay. Well, I'll give it its due. On the description, it said smooth. What else did it say? Smooth and something. Mellow and smooth, yes. Yes, it ain't got much of a kick, that's for certain. Pretty basic. Alright, this is not finished. Come on. It was 2 gig, but I got rid of all the raw files. It should be a lot less now. Bloody thing. Best thing's not to plan on anything, Andrew. It's the best thing to do. Oh, come on. Shouldn't take that long. There's like 4 layers. Unless you're me, Peter. Things never work out for me. And that's without planning anything. I don't plan anything, and it's just everything goes to hell. Has it finished? Finally. Right, see, so I'll just kill that layer off. Then one's off. Or I might actually... I'll do a flattened version of this. This one, I can maybe do a little few tweaks in Lightroom. File, Severs. 2. Turn them ones off. We got this, turn that one off. And that one and that one. Yeah, okay. Flatten this version out. File, save as. I think I've said many times before, there's probably an easier way to do this, but you know. Many years of using Photoshop, you have habits. And no, that was just the join, wasn't it? Yep, okay, right, so that is that, apart from Paul wanted a yellow version, didn't he? Is the yellow in this image's future? Nearly. So we go reds and then we go to there. Yellow's a funny one. It's just trying to get it right. Because like there's cool yellow and there's warm yellow, isn't there? Indeed, Andrew, indeed. Not that I wouldn't know, obviously. Right, let's do a flatten this layer. File, save as version 4. And then these lot should be in Lightroom now. Which they are. Mark these with a rating of 3. That's them done. Right, so we have red version, inverted version, traditional version, which is probably the one I'm going to do a little bit of work on. Bit of of contrast because there's obviously sunlight there, or meant to be there. Just going to drop that out there. Just added a little bit of strength to that. Clarity. Let's keep that down. Dehaze. Just a little bit off and warm it up, cool it off, leave it as it is. Could go that way. That's not. It's not going to work that way. To about there. Something like that. Right, so for that, obviously, because there's a lot of negative space at the bottom, is pretty much a 16 by 9, I think, just to kind of keep this over here. And let's make a new copy, not of that one, of this one. Crop this with a square, so you get that view down Grey Street. Effects, bit of vignette that way to brighten it up. I mean, that sun is pretty central in the frame, but that's kind of what I was expecting. And now the creative ones, we want to go to this one. And I think this, I was envisaging this as being square initially because of the razor tooth wire thing over there. It's like, where does this now work? Maybe it's about there. A few tweaks. Yeah, maybe not so much on there. There, color tweaks as well. Yeah, that's better. There, effects. I think I want some vignette, more further vignetting here. Soften that off to about there. Okay, that'll do for that one. This big red one. What are you up to? Squiggle edition. Indeed, Peter. Right, this one I was definitely thinking 16 by 9. So I think I'll probably do nice and simple. Just bring it in a bit. Yeah, something like that. Off center. Make Simon's eye twitch a little bit. Highlights, just boost the highlights a bit. Actually, yeah, just drop the contrast a touch. Go on the green side, blue. Let's leave that as it is, actually. Leave that alone. Drop the blacks a smidge. The whites can, yeah, stay on the negative side of things. Okay, so that's that one. Yeah, I think I'll, to be honest, I mean, could probably get a square. Let's try a square over here. So we go to square. No, I want this one, please. Thank you. Square crop. But I'm thinking like something a bit obscure over here. Not really give the game away of what it is and where it is. Just make sure some of this random shit's up here and going around. Then you've got textures out of frame, and I mean, you could even do one over here as well. And then you just got the portico right there. Let's do that actually. Not, would you stop selecting the wrong one? Fucking thing. That's the one I was wanting. You could go over here. I'll just portico over there. I suppose you could. Could you boost that? No, let's leave that alone. So that gives us that one. And Paul's yellow version, that's what we want as well. You think somebody could hide it? Well, if I name it Theatre Royal Newcastle, potentially. Right, so this one actually might work as just a full crop. So make sure it's squared off at the true 3B2, or maybe 5B4. Get all that bottom stuff, bottom bit in. Maybe. Actually, I think it needs to be a bit wider. Oh, this is the center. About there. About there. Right, so if I need to do any tweaks to here, not really. Boost highlights, not really. Boost whites, no. Blacks. I can bring the blacks down a bit more there, yeah. That just kills this off a little bit better. So they're not as much red. Okay. Let's just ease that back. Something like so. Vibrance. Doesn't really matter. You could boost, you would boost the saturation, and there's more of that red come through. Yeah, maybe drop the clarity. That again, sort some of the noise out. Some of the ISO noise. Like so. I think that'll probably about do. Oh no. Jen, you're a mod. How did your comment get blocked or eaten? My chat's miles behind. That's not good. Right, anyways. That. No worries, Sergio. Good to see you. Thank you very much. I'm going to wrap up now anyway. You probably typed it into an email or something, Jen. Or into the middle of some code. Right, okay, so... Here are the images from tonight. So we've got Paul's request for a yellow one. The traditional, normal one. And a wider version of the normal one. This one, which I think turned out all right, actually, with that tweak in the crop. Kind of semi-works. And then the two versions of this square crop. I actually quite like this one the most. Out of the two. And then obviously the wide version. Interesting evening. I'll name this one by request of Paul. Charge him about 20 grand for it. Right, yeah. It's a grand, yeah. 9:10. Yes, well, we didn't get onto that second image, did we? Best laid plans and all that. Right, got a bit distracted. Okay. Well, I would call that a successful evening. Got a few images that will sit on the hard drive forevermore. Now, never to be seen again. Unless you're a Patreon subscriber and you'll get them as wallpapers, because I've made nothing else. No, I've actually got a few. I've got a few options for wallpapers this month. I think. I should have. I've actually edited some bloody pictures. Exactly. Right then, guys. As it's still late, I will bid you farewell right now. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Very much enjoyed it. It was obvious Jen was back because the chat wasn't quite as unhinged as what it was last week. But thank you all very much for being here and taking part and joining in, like all the good sports that you are. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Jen, for your modding capabilities. Always good to see you. Good to have you along and keeping control of these nightmares in chat. No worries at all, everybody. But great to see you. Have a lovely rest of the week. Have a good weekend when it comes. What's the date today? The 28th. So, what's that? 3 days. So, start of the month is on Saturday. So, Saturday, Sunday, Patreon people, wallpapers will be out. Keep an eye out for them. It's probably going to be Sunday, to be honest, by the time everything goes through. And we will see you on Tuesday next week. And then we'll be definitely we'll be onto the countdown for the 5-year thing. So we might as well have another bit of a party type of thing. Well, maybe it's with some image editing. Maybe it's just a more, if we can do it, a more jovial, normal show rather than a big celebration show when Andy just gets drunk and yammers. But yeah. Well, parties can be fun. Right then, guys, I will not keep you any longer. Thank you very much and lovely to see you all. Until the next one, whenever that'll be. Give you a clue, it's Tuesday next week. Keep it hard. See yous.